After what feels like an eternity of decision-making, LeBron James announced that he has chosen to be a Philadelphia 76er. Joining us is the man whose notifications you better have on, ESPN senior NBA insider Shams Charania. Shams, thank you so much for joining us today. I know it's got to be a busy one for you.
Krystle, these days always are, but obviously when one of the best players of all time chooses a team, it's massive.
And that's definitely the vibe here in Philadelphia. LeBron James wrote a lengthy statement on X as to why he chose Philadelphia. What do you believe ultimately led to the decision for LeBron to come to the city of brotherly love?
Krystle, LeBron James put his money where his mouth is, right? Because from the onset of this process, it was very clear that this was not going to be driven by finances, by money, that this was going to be somewhere he wanted to go based on winning and competing for a championship. And he looked at all of his options, and the finalists really were the Sixers, Cavs, Heat, Warriors, and he felt like the Sixers gave him the best chance to win a championship, number 5 potentially. So he's going to be there for his 24th NBA season, which is a record, and a potential 25th season as well. And this is on a minimum contract. So clearly the financial element to this was not the driving factor. And so how did this get done? Bob Myers, the president of Harris Blitzer Sports Entertainment, 10 years ago, he landed Kevin Durant in a massive commitment. 10 years later, he gets LeBron James. Mike Gansey played against LeBron James back during their both high school days, and now he's running the Sixers. He was also with the Cavs organization when LeBron James was there in the 2010s. But from a player perspective, Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown and Joel Embiid all played recruiting roles for LeBron James. And I'm told Nick Nurse was the only head coach that LeBron spoke to during this 3.5-week-long process. And the biggest factor of it at the end this week was the hurdle of LeBron James's family, getting his wife Savannah, his young daughter Zuri, sons Bronny and Bryce on board with a major shift going from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Now, this is head coach of the 76ers, Nick Nurse's 59th birthday. What a gift to get, knowing that you'll be coaching a king. As you mentioned, LeBron said this is not about the money. He's coming here 2 years, $8 million. And to put that into perspective, when his son signed with the Lakers on his rookie deal, that was 4 years, $7.9 million. What does the money tell you about the mindset?
Well, it's all about winning for LeBron James. That money is of no significance in this decision. And LeBron James has been a max contract player throughout his NBA career. That's 20 years, basically, right, from the time he signed a rookie extension until now. Even last year, the years before that with the Lakers, LeBron James was on a max salary. Clearly, this was not a money, financially driven decision. This was about what team gives LeBron James the best opportunity to win a championship. He chose the Sixers. And listen, there was a case to be made for all 3 teams in the Eastern Conference. The Cavs going and joining Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Down in Miami, joining Bam Adebayo and Giannis Antetokounmpo and Andrew Wiggins and Davion Mitchell. But LeBron felt going to that starting lineup of Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown himself, and Joel Embiid was the biggest change and the biggest difference maker. And health will no doubt be a major factor for this team moving forward.
It's all about winning. That's what Philadelphians love to hear. Now, things got a little wacky over this process. LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, said that people were sending executives, that is, were sending voice memos to kind of pitch LeBron to come to their market. Now that he is a Philadelphia 76er, how does this shift the league? And is Philadelphia now the team to beat?
The Sixers definitely are a team that's on the map now, right? When you think about the amount of national TV games the Sixers are going to get, the amount of exposure the Sixers are going to get as an organization now with a ton of star power. We know Tyrese Maxey is an all-star, all-NBA guard, but now you have 2 former finals MVPs. Never I think in an offseason have we seen 2 finals MVPs get traded like this in Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. But Joel Embiid, if he's healthy, you talk about those 4 star caliber players, and then VJ Edgecombe, a young star in his own right. But I think the league, after this decision, there was definitely a stunned environment across the NBA's landscape. And now there's another team in the Eastern Conference. You think about the star power that's shifted around. Giannis went from Milwaukee to a contender in Miami. Kawhi Leonard going to Toronto. You have now Jaylen Brown, Paul George swapping teams. and LeBron James going in the East as well.
We've heard many times today that this is one of the biggest signings in Philadelphia sports history. Shams Charania, ESPN, thank you so much for joining us.